They get all 4% out of it. Damn it.
Yeah, we're gonna be as productive as we can on this show for once, especially after last week. Whew, let me
I
tell you,
didn't
that
see
was.
that yet. I guess I need to watch that. But
So this is Share Beer 324. We have a very well, a good friend of the show. I mean, a long friend of the show now, Skyler with us. Thank you for tuning in for a minute here, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's always good to hang out with you guys.
yeah.
So give people that don't know, the name of your brewery, where you're located, what your latest thing is, maybe the latest beers you're brewing.
Yeah, we're Galveston Bay Beer Company. We're located in Dickinson, Texas, right off of the bay, and we just started production 7 months ago. We just opened our tap room about 2 months ago, and we're just kind of doing things from our bootstraps. Slowly making a profit and upgrading parts of the system, and just keeping it going. It's the largest brewery in the county. We've got a 20-barrel system, so it's pretty big batches, which is really cool. Um, and that's pretty much it. Our flagship is Hammerhead Scottish Ale, which is really popular, or getting really popular around here. We've also got Sunny Day IPA, which is a nice like English style IPA. I've also got Lafitte's Wheat out in stores right now, and then I got Tart Cherry Brown, which is our seasonal. I'm about to do a new seasonal, so we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
So it's more of a cherry brown ale. That's a good spin on that. That sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find some new cool ingredients to use, kind of differentiate our stuff from everyone else's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good spin. I don't think I've had a cherry brown.
You've had cherry
Yeah.
stouts. Yeah, that's a big one. But yeah, cherry brown is probably is a pretty good twist.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Yeah,
good one, man.
we got some Mornsey cherries from up in Michigan, so it's like tart cherries. It really balances out the roastiness of the malt really
Okay.
well. And I'm gonna be sad once it's done because I said it's only gonna be like a one-off beer. All our seasonals are just gonna be kind of, we'll brew it, hope people like it, and then we'll go on to some new other recipe.
So you're
Yeah.
kind of trying to be the Costco of of craft beer right there in your area.
Something like that.
Yeah, get it while you can, man, because it might not be here forever. Like
Yeah.
this is it. Yeah,
Don't pass that end cap. Pick it up
exactly.
while you're going by.
Exactly.
Never know.
Even we're gonna miss this one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty good. Now I've seen you've gotten some. With your system you've got there, it seems like if you have any sort of demand, you can kind of fill that.
Oh yeah, we're very fortunate to be located where we are. We're on around 8 acres of land, so we've got plenty of room to expand. The fact that we're starting out so large means we can immediately meet demand, and as we kind of spread out and get a larger distribution area, it's we're still able to do that. The cool thing about that is also I get to kind of run the tap room more often than a lot of other breweries in the area. I can afford to be open 4 days out of the week and just run brewery operations on the first 3 days. So that's been really helping, kind of getting the name out there. We don't put any money into marketing. It's all just kind of word of mouth and people talking about us on social media. And yeah, so far it's going really well. For a while, it was a little bit difficult to meet demand, and we had a few weekends where we ran out of all our small batch stuff. So we've been slowly upgrading our pilot system, and now we're at the point to where we're getting busier and busier every week. We're starting to get food trucks out here, and we can still keep up with demand. So it's nice.
So how
Very
many
cool.
how many people are you now? Like how many people does it take to run?
We definitely need more than we have right now. Right now we have our owner and his wife. They take care of pretty much all the stuff that I don't know how to take care of, the finances, the legal stuff. So that leaves me to kind of run the brewery and take care of the beer. And we just hired a part-time sales rep because for a while I was brewing the beer, going out to the bars, marketing it to all the bars, delivering the kegs, doing all that stuff. So now we've got kind of a part-time guy working to go out to the bars so that I can stay here at the brewery. So that's pretty much it. The owner, me, and a part-time sales guy.
Boy, that's a whole nother. I would have. It's something I've been meaning to talk about, but because I think I've seen that. I think there's more. I think there's some salesmen now that got pretty smart, and they've quit their big-time corporate sales jobs and are starting to market for more smaller craft breweries, and I think they're kind of doing it on like a part-time basis. Like I can do it for this brewery, this brewery, and this brewery, and you know, kind of split that cost with everybody, right? Of trying to have a full-time guy.
I'll tell you what, there are a lot of people. I can't tell you how many emails I get of salespeople who are like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to help you out," and everyone really sees the craft beer market come up. But I will say that beer sales is a very, very niche industry where you can't just be some sales guy that comes into it. You've got to know how to work with distributors. You got to know the beer laws. You got to know, a lot of the insides of the industry. And those are things that I don't even know the sales part of it. When it comes right down to like distribution laws and selling to the bars, stuff that's way over my head. So having a sales guy who actually has experience in the industry, a lot of the salespeople end up coming out of the distribution industry. So having that knowledge is paramount.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. Someone turned me on to a YouTube video a while back, and it was a cat that had worked for actually Anheuser-Busch and was one of their big time dudes, and just decided to go out and do something on his own, and he's helping out a lot of craft breweries there in the Missouri area. You know what I'm saying? So, I imagine I was like, that's got to be. He can't be the only one doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool that you mentioned that, because as you know, man, trying to be a brewer and then trying to get out there and take the kegs yourself, you might can handle that, but then trying to sell at the same time, that's a niche thing, man.
Really, only barely handling it. Even with that help, I'm still working 7 days a week, 12 to 16 hours a day. It's something you've really got to be passionate about, and it's something you've got to be a little bit insane to actually put yourself through. But I enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just as easy as brewing beer and drinking beer and talking to people. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it.
It's a total labor of love, though, right? It's like something that you get a little frustrated with certain parts, but then at the end of the day, you just can't help but smile, right? You're just like, this is freaking incredible. I bet you have your moments at the end of a day when you're sitting there with a pint and you're like, this is incredible. This is incredible. Like, what? Poke me. What? You know what I'm saying? This is cool, man. This is cool.
Yeah, it is cool, and it's great to see the success. I mean, it's everybody. It's just great. Yeah, I mean, you got into something you loved, and it sounds like you're making it work and growing. I mean, and that's all you can ask, really. Just keep doing the best you can and growing the business. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, what was the last growth rate that Zach told us he was having? What was it, like 300% or something?
It was something like that. Yeah. And he's going to go like 400 or 500% now that he's got his new system. He went from a 1 barrel to a 7 barrel. So I mean, that's a huge jump in capacity. But it's 7 times.
Right.
Capacity. And I mean, that's just a ton. It's a big increase.
Yeah, it's a huge increase, and Skyler's in a unique position where he just started there. He just So, what are your just a general kind of growth number? What are you seeing, man? Where are you at?
Right now, like I said, we've got plenty of room to grow. We're not a brew pub. We're an actual self-distributing brewery. So that means most of our sales actually come from selling kegs to the bars, which is a little different. When I was thinking about opening my own brewery, I was looking more towards like what Zach's doing with the brew pub, where you're making all the beer and you're serving it on site. And I think there's a little more money to be made in the brew pub business, especially if you don't have to worry about food and you can have food trucks come out and kind of deal with that for you. And it works in really highly concentrated areas. But here in my area of Texas, where you've got kind of everyone's 30 minutes to an hour away from each other, you don't get the kind of foot traffic that really warrants just doing brew pubs. So yeah, right now we're seeing. I can't remember the last time I did the numbers on how much we're selling, but we're selling a lot more than we were before. But like I said, I'm not having any problems keeping up, and it's nice to kind of start brewing more regularly as time goes on.
Yeah, I'd say a 20-barrel system. I mean, you can have a lot of demand for brewing 7 days a week. I mean, that adds up quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know.
I would hate to pay for all those supplies and stuff, man. That is insane, man.
Yeah.
That is crazy right off the bat, man. A 20-barrel system smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and like Mark said, man. I mean, when you're able to actually, you're going constantly. You're still going. I mean, that's. Oh, that's it.
No, we lost Skylar.
But you got me.
That's right.
You got me.
Yeah, we do have Barrett.
It's true. Yeah. Hey, last week I guess I missed a really cool episode.
Me
but,
too. I guess I missed it too.
Hey, Barrett, we've got some feedback or something.
God damn it.
Yeah, I don't know what.
When you were on the
patio, we didn't have it. I don't know what's the difference.
I don't know what's the difference now.
I don't know how to get on with my phone. You just sent me a thing and I got on with my phone.
I sound good on. I like it.
Let me see if I can hook up with you guys on my phone and I'll go sit on the porch.
Just some headphones maybe or something. Usually that takes care of it.
Yeah, just the feedback.
Man, I don't know. It's the last 2 weeks that this happened. I've been on with you guys forever, and nothing's changed.
Maybe it's the humidity.
It might be Google. It might be Google, man. I think Google's got you, man. You're targeted, man. This is it. It's the popularity of that video. That's what it is. You're on the map now. See, welcome to.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, you're good
I
now.
can just barely hear you.
No
barely.
Feedback. Open up your sound panel and bump up.
I don't hear words you're saying. Hold on.
You sound
God.
great.
Bless America. Everything's turned all the way up, and I can't get them.
Let me make sure.
Wait, maybe it's just this cord. Yeah, it was the cord. Now I hear you.
Okay.
Okay,
My
good.
my cord's got a little short in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what's that?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
What'd you say there?
Let me make sure.
Yeah, there. For some reason, I was echoing for some reason.
Is this Sunday Father's Day, or is it next Sunday?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta think about that. Okay.
I'm not sure. All I've ever wanted for Father's Day is just peace and quiet. There are two things you can give me for Father's Day, and one is peace and one is quiet.
Yep. I think a lot of fathers would rather have that. I've always joked with the family about that. It's best thing you give me is just peace and quiet.
Yeah, just peace and quiet. Yeah. So this week I definitely did something I haven't done before. So this is first in Share a Beer history, at least on Google Plus. A very select group. Well, we used to do it in the Stick Cam days. And this is a very select group of people that were invited to this show because of last week. Last week was a total, just what would you call it?
Was it like random guy that popped in and just went off the rails immediately?
We were pretty much off the rails for an hour. Yeah, that was a unique. Well, it reminded me of the Stickam days. I remember we used to get
man.
like that,
Yeah.
and that's what it reminded me of.
Okay.
It was.
I'm just gonna need to watch it. I mean, was Dave there? Was Dave actually there?
It was me and Dave. And,
oh man!
And
I haven't seen Dave in a long time.
Yeah, I know. I hadn't either. And yeah, it was me, Dave, and Matt.
Random dude. Huh?
Yeah. And
wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was.
I'm gonna watch it here tonight.
Now, I was hoping Bum would show up. I sent him another invitation.
Okay.
But because he sent some vital statistics from that show. It bums the character. He always.
Oh, yeah.
He's a really good fan of the show.
I'm gonna need to hook up with him next time I'm in Pittsburgh because he's he's there. I just need to get together with him and share a beer with him.
So this is I want to cover some of his email. He went through last week's episode, which is 323, and he's got.
God, this thing keeps popping out of my ear.
He came up with some statistics for last week's show.
Uh-oh.
So I'll leave that as a teaser, and we'll cover what Bum is. I mean, what you're drinking and what Barrick is drinking. So what do you have, Mark?
I picked up a growler at the growler store of a brewery from Blue Ridge, Georgia, called Fannin Brewing Company.
Now where's Blue Ridge?
North Georgia mountains, so
okay.
About an hour north of Denver. Basically the end of the Appalachians. The Appalachians kind of end up there in North Georgia.
Okay.
And this is, I just finished a small glass. This is their what they call Hive Kicker wheat wine. So it's a 9.3%.
Oh. Session beer.
Yeah, session beer, Colorado session beer.
Yeah, it's a Colorado session.
And it's brewed with, I was just looking at it, it is brewed with the honey. The honey they use for it is only available in the southern Appalachian Mountains. A rare honey found only in the southern Appalachian Mountains. And it's got a very, honeys kind of can take on the flavor of the flowers that the bees get the honey from.
Sure.
This one has a pretty distinct apple component to the flavor, yeah. And there's a lot of apple orchards up in that area.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Mm-hmm. All right, that's interesting.
Yeah, and it's actually their winter, like their fall seasonal, but it's 9.3%. And the growler store got a keg of it that was kept up, kept cool the whole time, and it's still a fantastic beer. I mean, a wheat wine that's 8 months old is still a baby. It's going to last a long time.
So is that just something that they threw the wine name at it to be cute, or
well, it's actually a style, and I don't know what the designation is. What makes it a wheat wine over? It's like a barley wine brewed with wheat malt. I mean, that's basically it.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same style as a barley wine. They're just using wheat malt instead of barley. So it's got that apple, and it's got that little bit of spice and citrus kind of stuff. And it's a very good beer. Strong though. Oh man. It's perfect for summer. Summer beer.
What?
That's good, man. That's good. Yeah, we are getting so much noise from Eric. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
You're getting noise from me?
Yeah.
But I am wearing my commemorative Chain Reaction Brewing T-shirt.
Oh, cool.
I had the
Lori, you
t-shirt
turn it down.
last week, and a hat, and a glass.
Still getting a lot of noise from you. Lori.
I did.
Are you still getting noise from me? Lori, turn the TV down.
No, we're good now.
Yeah, we're good now. Yeah, it was just getting
TV.
just a little hard to hear Mark, but no, yeah, that's a lot better.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, I want to see that shirt again, man. So does it just have the logo on the front?
It's got the logo on the front, and there is a logo on the back, just a bigger logo of that. We got a hat. Pam got a hat, and I got a glass that looks like the New Mexico IPA test glass. You know, the same kind of glass.
Oh, yeah.
With the logo on that, and yeah, that was fun. I drank a lot of beer last Saturday. Oh my God! I think I was the first. I was the first though. I drank one 10-ounce taster of every beer on tap. So I drank a gallon of beer over like 6 hours.
Whoa.
Mixed in with some wood-fired pizza and some rosemary fries.
Rosemary fries? Wow, that sounds
The
interesting.
food truck showed up about 3 o'clock, and it was perfect timing because I was about 5 or 6 beers in, and Pam's like, "You need to eat." So we got some pizza, and then I got some fries, and then I finished off the other 5 beers that I still had to do.
Now, is that one of those pizza trucks that actually does those individual pizzas, and they like have a little oven and everything?
Yeah,
right?
it was a food truck, and he had a wood-fired oven in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
So he showed up. He had basically the wood that he chopped, and he put it in the wood-fired oven, fired it up, and he made like personal pizzas. They were like 8-inch pizzas.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was good, and it was. But yeah, I drank. I drank every one of his beers on tap.
Those, I can't tell you. Now, I've had that experience several times. Well, you went with me to Marble Brewing.
Yes, Marble.
Now, they have a truck like that, and this guy's got the trailer, and he's got the brick oven on there. And to go along with the craft beer, and you have what I would call craft pizzas, really.
Oh, it was very good pizza.
I mean,
it's very well made.
It's like the perfect blend. And like you said, when you're already a couple of beers in, you know, and a couple really good beers in, you're having a good time. And then one of them trucks shows up like that, you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. Yeah, it was a great day. I mean, Zach, it was great seeing Zach again. We got a tour of the new brewery with the equipment. He's doing well. I mean, we were there Saturday afternoon, and it was just a steady stream of people coming in. You know, there's a lot of people like, hey, I'm on the craft beer tour, and you're stop number 8. There's like 10 breweries within 5 miles of where he's at, and people ride their bikes along the trail and stop at the breweries and everything. So,
I mean, Colorado is just for people that don't know, you can literally take that tour all over the state of Colorado. If you're going to do it, take a week. I ain't even kidding you.
There's so much. I mean, we drove from Denver. We drove down to the Four Corners, so we went down 285. You know, over. You know, through Saguache, the San Luis Valley, up over Wolf Creek Pass. And, I mean, you've probably driven that route, Joe, I mean, at some point, right?
Yeah.
But all those little towns, Buena Vista has a couple of brew pubs now. Even Del Norte. Have you ever been in Del Norte, Colorado? You're right. They have a it's a brewery, 3-barrel brewery. They're like a little tasting room brew pub. That wasn't there a couple years ago. I mean, there's breweries. Every little town's got a brew pub now. Yeah, it's amazing.
What Colorado has going on, it reminds me of like being in Germany, because every little town you went to in Germany had its own little brewery. You know, its own little brew pub.
And every town we went through that had more than 400 or 500 people in it on that drive had a brewery.
Yeah, that's
the tasting room. It might be a small brewery, but they had, they would do growler fills and maybe deliver to a couple bars in the area and have a tasting room.
Yeah, sounds.
It's just fantastic.
Good times, man. Good times. Well, I'm glad you were able to go out there and support Zach, man. He's been just like with Skylar. They've both been incredibly good friends of the show.
Yep, and they're both doing very well, which is great to see.
Right.
So it was good.
Well, we've got Bum in the Q&A. I just want to make sure to acknowledge him. Hey, Barrick, what are you drinking, my friend?
Here's the short story. I have made way too much beer that I cannot drink, so I'm drinking my own. I had literally Tuesday when I bottled, I had well over 250 beers in.
Wait, you had 250 beers where? In your house?
Yeah, and under my counters.
Oh, wow. Party
I'm
at
not-
barracks. Man, it's like 10 cases of beer. That's a lot of beer.
I'm not drinking as much. Lori's been drinking vodka and cranberry juice.
Oh yeah, Lori. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and she was gone for 2 weeks. And my buddy Jay, who helps me drink my beer, he was gone. And I couldn't go to the clubhouse and give my beer away, so I had so much beer, it's just coming out of the woodwork. So I'm drinking mine. I'm not buying beer right now. I'm just drinking mine.
Yeah,
Just keep drinking it, man.
Yeah,
And drink it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you better, because at this point, you know.
And you know, the problem I was having with the 2 batches good, the third one bad, 4 batches in a row. I'm pretty sure that I was not stirring the last batch, because now I've been making sure that I'm stirring every batch, and they're all turning out good, so whatever.
That's probably...
If I was on with my phone, I would show you the beer in my cupboards, and you would just look like... I cannot...
Closet system going on.
I cannot buy beer from months from now.
That is hilarious.
It is.
That is hilarious. Okay, well, I want to get to this email and cover some of the stats.
Yeah, let's go in. I want stats, and then I'll watch it later.
So here we go. Now, this is according to Bum here. We've got curse words uttered. Okay. During he went through and replayed the show, and
oh man.
So this is curse words from Matt, our new.
Did he just like pop in randomly?
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
Just went off and just immediately went off the reel. Okay.
He started in the pre-show and it just went all the way through.
Wow.
So
okay, cool.
He said "damn" 11 times. Okay. Goddamn 5 times. Jesus Christ 3 times.
Okay.
That shit 11 times.
Okay. All right. So shit. Damn and shit the same amount. Okay.
Yeah, twice. It bullshit once.
Okay.
The F-bomb 3 times.
That's not too bad. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. 3 different versions of the F-bomb, all total 40 times.
Did he say it in French? Did he,
there was.
Fuck you.
Yeah, there was the standard fuck version, and then there was fucking and fuck.
That's beer-induced F-bombs there.
Yeah. And then there was I'll put these 2 together. There was the mother effers, those the 4 times together.
Okay. All right.
Admission of the illegal drug use was cocaine and quaaludes.
Oh, okay.
So there was we covered that.
Wow.
He talked about the use
wow.
of a lot. We covered the use of lewds last week a lot, pretty extensively. Let me see, and then there was some little-known facts revealed. The Shady or the Rattlers originated in England, according to him.
But he was on lewds, so who knows?
Yeah. So there was just
right back, guys.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So that was just a it was a heck of a show.
Yeah, okay, so Bum is the official show statistician.
Oh yeah, no, Bum's great. Yeah, Bum is great. He'll do that. He'll email me in a heartbeat and let me know about. I'm gonna have to mute this for a second. This
you can mute Barrett. Yeah.
Little distracting. Yeah, there we go.
Oh man, that's
But
funny. I'm gonna have to watch that now.
it was he was an interesting character. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, you need a character like that just to shake
Oh
things up.
man, where was he
And
from? Did he ever admit where he
yeah,
was
no,
from?
he was from Texas. Yeah, he was from
Texas?
Texas. Yeah, so he had the whole accent. He was a truck driver from Texas,
Okay.
and so that's another concern.
Yeah, truck driver, Quaaludes, cocaine. Yeah, probably not a good mix.
That's a little bit of a.
Maybe he's just like Tonka trucks. Maybe he just plays with Tonka trucks. Maybe that's the only truck driving he's doing. We hope.
Yeah, no, it was great. And then Bum reminded me immediately afterwards. He says, you ought to be careful what you wish for because he says you're always wanting to, you've been wanting to, mix things up and
Mix it up.
talk about different stuff. And here you go.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch that.
It was definitely if you do you'll remember from let me unmute him there. You'll remember from the Stickam days for sure.
Oh yeah, to bring back memories.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It was great.
That's good. Every once in a while you just need something like that to pop in and bring back to reality.
Yeah, that was great. It was definitely interesting, and then that happened to be the show that Dave showed up for, and so yeah, he just was talking about some of his. Well, he's not really doing the band thing right now. I guess the band kind of split up, and.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what's going on in Dave's life because he has been on the show in a few months, probably not since sometime in the winter.
Yeah, it had been quite some time, and it happened to be last weekend, and it was.
He was in for. He got his money's worth, huh?
Yeah, yeah, definitely got his money. We probably won't see him again for several months. Yeah, I
don't think Dave's easily offended, so he'll probably come back whenever he's got.
That probably scared him away. I don't know. He hadn't. I didn't see him with his standard baby beer. But the Founders. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't see him with that, but.
Well, you saw that new. Did you see that picture he posted? He got a Hemi Charger or something.
Yes.
A couple months ago. So that's where all his money's going.
No,
he's
did talk
about Coors Light now.
He did make sure to show us that, and of course Matt had a few things to say about it. But I thought that car was cool, man.
It was nice. Is it like charcoal gray, if I remember, or something?
Something like that, yeah. Charcoal gray,
badass gray,
black or something. Yeah, it was just so cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, nice car. Don't try to drive that around in the winter though. Whoo, that'd be a challenge.
Well, there you go. No pun intended. Huh? See? Mm-hmm. I didn't, Hey, Beric, I just muted you while you were gone. I don't know if you can unmute yourself or what there, but
Can I unmute him? No.
If I'm messing you guys up, I do have to go anyway. Really quick, I got to eat, but.
Well, you just got to drink beer. Heck with the eating.
Yeah.
Just start drinking.
Yeah, just start drinking, man. That's liquid bread. You're on a liquid bread diet now for, just I'm sure the
250 beers worth.
Yeah, so just start there. 250 bottles of beer on the wall. Just start there.
Next week we'll check in with you and you'll be like 110 bottles of beer. You're just going like a 2-week drunk.
Yeah, exactly. You can be our interesting character of next week, man, and then Bum can come up with some interesting stats on you. That'd be great.
There you go. I will talk about all the fucking fuckers that have fucked me up. These goddamn fuckers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, we're getting there. You keep track, Bum? Come on.
Yeah, he was great. He was great, but I did decide to kind of limit things this week. Limit a show like that to once in a while, and not.
Once every 6 months or so.
Yeah,
a couple times a year is fine.
Yeah.
Pre-show is fine with that, but once you get on to the show, you kind of
Yeah.
Right.
you can still have fun and lots of fun, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, you're exactly right, Barrick. That's what we do in pre-show. Pre-shows.
I'm gonna play it on the TV tonight while we're eating chicken wing Tuesday. I'm gonna
Oh,
pull up YouTube
wow.
on the Roku, and I'm just gonna play it.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
Pam will just be like, "What the hell's going on?" Man?
yeah, exactly.
I pulled up about 10 minutes of it, and I kind of in the middle, and it wasn't too weird. The part I pulled up, but
It's the good part, then, I guess. Huh?
I don't know.
Ah, man, that's funny.
I mean, it was. Guys, I do gotta go. I'm sorry.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Not a
Good
problem.
seeing you, man.
Yeah, I'll be here next week for the whole thing. I've really worked my butt off today, and I'm tired and I'm hungry and I gotta eat.
No
Yeah,
excuses, no
No
problem.
problem, brother. You know how it is. Take it easy, man. Peace out.
Take care, guys. You can talk
All right,
about
man.
you can talk about cameras now.
Mm.
Oh, thank you.
Photography, beer share. Share
There
a
you
photo.
go.
Share a photo.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
See
Take
ya.
care, guys.
All right.
I do want to talk about that beer they sent me, Fuller's. Their rep, American rep contacted me.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
And sent the Fuller's 2014 version of the vintage ale.
Oh.
Come on, what Fuller's beer have you had that's been bad?
Mhm.
Just we'll start there.
So is it like an English old ale? Is that the style?
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. And what is unique about this one, and what makes this one a little special, is because they use hops from the UK and hops from America.
Okay.
So it's just a really nice. It's a beer intended to age 10 years.
Oh, okay.
So
Did they send you two, one to drink now and one to drink in 10 years?
that would have been nice, right? But what they do is they have the other vintages. I believe all the way back. They have them here on the documentation from 2009. You
Okay.
can order one of their bottles from like 2000. I think they started it in 97. You can
Okay.
order it from 2006, I believe.
Okay. Ooh.
So, I don't know what that would cost you, but they do have them, and you can order them. Or they might be out there in your area. Each bottle is numbered, so that it's a limited edition beer every year. So
Okay.
I forget right offhand what my number was, but it was a 6-digit number. But
Okay.
and every batch is just slightly different, but they've managed to keep the ABV the same, and the intention is as it ages, the ABV is supposed to stay the same.
Okay. So what's the ABV on the beer then? What do they start off at?
8.5.
8.5, and it's an old ale. So yeah, I mean that should be built for just keeping in your basement for a long time.
Oh man, yeah. No, they fully. What was it? I think mine was supposed to be good in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So
basically 10 years. Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
it was just, oh my god. And then they sent this cool little bar towel. One of those nice little
The emergency towel. There you go.
Yeah.
And Fuller's ESB is this. I mean, it's a good, solid, basic English beer. I mean, there's nothing fantastic, but it's much better than macro stuff, and it's just easy drinking. It's got some flavor. It's It's a standby on tap. I mean, that's everywhere.
Yeah. Their beers are just good, solid beer. I mean, they wouldn't. 1845 is what it has here on the paperwork, but then in one of their paragraphs here it says since 1654. So that they've been established, at least that they've been on the banks of the Thames River. So. And I guess they're in the historic Griffin Brewery. So
okay, so maybe that was the start of it. Was Griffin, and then Fuller's bought it in 1845 or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
cool.
just a fantastic beer, man. I mean, it's so nice to have a beer that's new. But there's Dave.
He came back.
He's back. Look,
We didn't.
it's
Yeah, I came back.
Wow.
I want some more of that.
I missed. I didn't see last week's show, but it sounds like maybe it might have been a very shocking experience.
It was different.
Typical Dave fashion. 3 words. It was different.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely different. So how you doing today, Dave?
Wonderful. Just got done mowing the grass. It is hot out there today.
Really? Cool. Yep. Quad City's hot?
Yeah, we're getting into the humid 90s era right now.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a
That's the
special
best time of year.
Yeah.
It's great. Really lovely.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. Now I don't have to tell you about Phoenix. We that's they're well known. But so Mark, I imagine it's got to be warming up over there too.
It was like 85 today, but we had rain come through and it was humid. Yesterday was 90 degrees and humid. So I mean that's pretty much standard fare. 88 to like 92 and humid from now through Labor Day. I mean, yeah, pretty much outdoor sauna. Yeah. Air conditioning works really well. As long as it works, it's great. Go outside, you drip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the way. But I don't mind it really. I mean, as long as you got the air conditioning to go back to, doesn't really bother me too much.
Probably a little shocking getting back from Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's funny. Out in Colorado, they're like, "Oh, it's so humid here." It was 70 degrees and like 40% humidity. Like this is a
beautiful day.
It's a desert day in Georgia. Come on.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, it's so hot." And they're dripping sweat, and Pam and I are like not even sweating at all. It's like it's just all relative, whatever you're used to.
Oh yeah, because that's what's happened here. I mean, it's it'll be 107, and then it rains, and dear God, you feel like you can see the air.
It's like a steam bath, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just, I mean, you probably literally can see the stuff, the moisture rising up after the rain. You can probably just see the steam coming off the pavement, right?
Yeah, if the sun comes out quick enough, you could. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could just see the
That's
evaporation.
what happens here. It rains and the sun comes out and you just see it's like, oh God, guess it is humid.
Yeah, but what's been happening is it's kind of stayed cloudy, so it's just kept that humid layer there. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Haze.
yeah, it's
but it's still only like 15% there. I mean, a bunch of humidity wusses can't handle it.
Yeah. I've definitely.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, we've had those conversations here because I'm definitely getting soft quick. Like
you are.
The thought of going back to some cold weather right now is just you get used to it here. I mean, they have no weather here. You know what I'm saying? There is no. I mean, rain is like heavy rain is like, whew, it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, the news coverage is, there's puddles. Look at these. Look how deep the puddles are. You know what I'm saying? And
puddles.
Run away.
Yeah. And let's go to you, Jim. Oh, it's raining. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look at that puddle right there.
I mean, but you get used to that. You know what I'm saying? So the thought of going somewhere cold again.
In the Midwest are like, the river just like destroyed 18 houses, but let's go to Phoenix. Well, there's a puddle on the ground.
Yeah.
Back to you, Jim.
Yeah.
There's a puddle on the ground.
Yeah, that's the weather out here. Yeah, so it's it gets below 60 and you're ready for a parka. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like you said, it's all relative. Yeah. I'm getting used to that really quickly too.
Oh yeah, I bet.
You could kind of it gets anywhere around 60, below 60, and you're like, I think I need a jacket.
Yeah, we're kind of like that here. We're kind of like that here a little bit. So.
Yeah. So it happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm already getting like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need to go to the cold weather anymore. I'm good. But so what are you drinking, Dave?
I have a poet. I do believe my wife brought this down to me. I think it's a poet from I want to say New Holland.
Oh,
Their
yep.
oatmeal's,
New Holland.
their oatmeal's down, I
Okay.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't get too much New Holland. Well, I don't get New Holland, so.
I saw it in a store in Colorado last
Did you?
week.
Okay.
I almost bought it, but I think we get it here. We get a lot of New Holland here in Georgia now. So.
It's a pretty solid oatmeal stout. It's nothing spectacular, but it's definitely not going to turn it away. You know,
Mhm.
I've had
Okay.
a lot where it's pretty solid.
Now your ears are probably ringing because we were talking about Dodge Challengers, and
Oh, I got one of those.
I got one of those.
It's a Hemi, right?
Yeah, it's the
Oh.
5.7 liter Hemi.
So how's that doing the snow?
Oh, I don't know. It won't leave the garage in the snow.
Okay, all right.
I've got a 4-wheel drive truck for that.
Good answer. All right.
Yeah,
But
that,
0 to 60 is like 4.5 seconds, probably.
I don't know what it's got a timer on the you know, it's got all that stuff inside. You know, it's got 0 to 60 timers and brake timers and stuff like that. I've only got 700 miles on it, so I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't drive it real nice, but I haven't went out and just beat the ever-living piss out of it. So I don't know what it'll actually do. I want to say Dodge was in the mid-5s somewhere is what they claim in the sales brochure. You know,
It's a
I don't have the big one.
5.7. It's a 5.7 liter. Is that
Yeah,
right?
345 is what that. They've
And
got a
what
392 as well.
Ooh, so what's the horsepower on the 345? Is it gotta
345.
be-
The Dodge claims 375.
That's it? Oh,
Yeah.
I'd take it back. Take it back.
Yeah, I think the 392. I want to say they claim 485.
I can believe that. Yeah.
But the torque is
Yeah, the
right
torque is
there.
actually higher than the horsepower on
Yeah.
the one that I have. I think the torque is just a smidge over 400, 405, 400, something like that. That's what they claim. I don't know what
That's the kicker on those things
Do you
right
have
there.
the automatic / manual
Yeah, that's
shifter
what I
on
have.
it?
Yeah, it's an
You
8-speed.
put that thing in third and spin the tires, probably, right?
Yeah, it's an 8-speed, automatic 8-speed. It's got paddle shifters or the auto stick or however you want to deal with it.
Sweet car.
A lot of fun, man. Just a lot of fun.
Man,
Real kick
it's
ass.
a blast.
Yeah.
Black, just straight black. It's no pearl or nothing. Pitch black, I think, is what the colors. Oh, it's a shaker too, shaker hood. So that's pretty cool. It's got the hole in the hood with the air box, the scoop coming out, and it's connected to the engine, so it does this shit well.
So it is actually connected.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so it actually does push cold air into the engine then. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
That is cool, man. Those are
Those are fun cars. Yeah.
very nice muscle cars. I was just looking at a Mustang Sunday, and I'm not necessarily against Dodge or the Fords, but because I'm a Chevy guy, but man, these cars they got now are just hot, man.
They're all hot. Yeah. Every
all
one
of
of
them. I mean, all of them are really. I mean, it's just amazing.
This
Yeah.
cat, he had one of those new Mustangs, and I mean, you gotta keep from touching yourself looking at that thing. It was just badass. It was, like I said, I'm not a Ford guy, but whew,
Even the little V6s that are putting in these things are putting out over 300 horsepower now.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. The Mustang V6 is 309 horsepower or something. I mean,
I think the Dodge one's 305, and I'm not sure what the Chevy one's putting out, but
that's probably 300. Yeah, I've got to imagine it's
for
300.
sure, especially for a V6.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
man, it is. Man, that one was sweet, man. It was black. It had these freaking cool wheels on them. They look stock too. I mean, what the manufacturers are getting smart, and they're really putting some aftermarket-ish looking factory stuff on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Probably 19-inch wheels. Probably 19-inch.
Oh,
18,
well,
19.
yeah. I would imagine at least. Yeah. I mean, 19s are getting small anymore, right? I mean,
Yeah, mine came with 20s on it.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Now-
Well, they're 10s, but I keep them really clean.
Now, we were in Farmington last week, and I saw like a 1983 El Camino with like 24-inch wheels on it. Is that stock or what?
Man, we
Yeah.
we get some wheels at work that are they're bigger than our truck wheels.
Yeah, I think so.
They're bigger than the wheels we have on our truck. I mean, when you think about it, most trucks have 24s or 26s. So anything bigger than 26 is just bigger than we got.
Yeah.
You know, you see them, man. 30s.
That's like what are those? Those have got to be $2,000 a wheel, right?
I mean, insane. And then there's people putting 26s on their front steer wheel on a motorcycle. You know,
yeah. I mean, you see these cars that they're probably worth $7,000 or $8,000, and they got $10,000 of wheels and tires on them. I'm like,
yeah,
why?
you've got $9,000 worth of car and 20 grand in wheels.
Mm-hmm. Seems a little backwards to me. I don't know. But.
And another probably 20 grand in stereo.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and $5 grand in hydraulics to go up and down. You know, get over the speed bumps.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
There's one.
Yeah. That is sweet. Now, the ultimate would be, and that's with your scoop and everything too, right?
Yeah.
Now, the ultimate would be to have our good friend Pat take pictures of it for you, and just make it look even sexier than it is.
You could do like an 88 frame.
Wait a minute. Was that a roundabout way about saying my photography skills suck?
No, that's a great
roundabout. Is that what that was?
No, just the Pat's is so much better than everybody else's.
No, that. Trust me, I mean, I would have him take pictures of my calendar.
Any vehicle I had, I would have him photograph it way before I would photograph it.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I would shoot pictures of it, but I'd be waiting on him to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I took it out shortly after. Actually, you can tell in that picture, I didn't even have the plates on it yet, and I took it out down to it's an old derelict business area that used to have some factories and warehouses, and they turned it into a park. I thought it'd be kind of a neat backdrop for that, and I took it, and it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the brightest, sunniest day ever, you know. And I got this black car that had just shined up, which I probably should have just made it dirty as shit before I tried to take it. But I couldn't take a picture of that thing for anything. You know, I mean, it was the whole thing was me in every picture, you know, reflected in the car. The sun was all wrong. It was, but you know. Had to deal with what I did. And then it started getting real cloudy, and I was going to go to another place, and it just started look like I was trying to beat the rain. It was, you know, the light turned around, so it was perfect. You know, it was like late afternoon by the time, and the sun had just behind the clouds, and there's a nice John Deere building around there with a bunch of glass and stuff. I was going to take it. I started to go down there. It's a couple miles away from the house, and the rain started hitting them.
Damn.
I spent 2 hours cleaning the thing before so I turned it around, hauled ass back, and put it in the garage before it got just soaking wet. You know, the raindrops ain't bad, but when you drive it in the rain, that crap gets in every little nook and cranny, and it takes forever to get it back clean again.
Yeah. You spent a couple hours at least wiping it down and going through everything. That's a sweet car. Yeah, it'd be nice to get that thing out like at back to that area where the light's good and just polish that thing up and then take a couple shots of it.
Yeah, typically like early in the morning if you could, or I mean, even if you were to shoot it, I mean, I could tell you how to do it. I mean, but it's
he would put a hot chick on it. He put a hot chick on the hood.
See, that's the thing. Hot chick. It takes away from all that, right? Because then you're distracted from all the other junk, right? It's like when they put makeup on, right? That's the makeup for the car is the hot chick. Mm-hmm. That's the lipstick. There you go. Yeah, see that's it's simple.
I tried experimenting at night, and this of course takes away from beer back onto photography, but at least Barrick's not here, I guess. So I was trying to kind of experiment with something I had never done with. I don't know. The idea is you go somewhere dark, open up your shutter, and then kind of wash the car with light.
Man. No,
light training. Yep.
Yeah, light training.
Man, I could not get that to work out for anything. I don't know. I mean, it was just all turning to just. Maybe I had way too bright of a light. I don't know. It was just not turning out at all.
Just keep playing with it, and you'll get it down. Yeah, it's just a matter of learning what light you have, to the exposure you're setting, and just learning how long to leave that light. Like you might, instead of a full second, you can only leave it, instead of waving like this, in other words, painting with that light, you might have to go quicker, you might have to go slower, you know what I'm saying? Like just it's just a matter of playing around with it. But no, light painting can be really cool.
Yeah,
And
I saw some images of some cars taken with it. It was fantastic, you know.
Mhm.
Over a bluff with the city in the background, where of course you get the city lights, and then the car sitting up just, you know, glowing without any natural light around or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, beautiful pictures.
Yeah, no, you can. I mean, there's people that, I mean, they use. I know people that use a couple different kinds of mag lights. I mean, just your standard mag lights. Your standard big square battery type of flashlight. I mean, they just use different kinds of flashlights for different things. You know what I'm saying? They'll use the smaller little ones for getting in some of the details. Some flashlights put off a different color. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. You can end up with yourself in the shot, you know, because you're moving around so much that it's not keeping you in the image. You know what I'm saying? And it's just burning that that light in there. So it is so much fun. I haven't played around with it too much, and the little bit that I did was already a long time ago. But I love shooting stuff at night, as you know, because I do a lot of I've shot a lot of girls at night in the street, and I think things come alive. And what I like about nighttime shooting, as opposed to shooting during the day, is day changes so much. Once the sun goes down, man, you've got hours to shoot something. It's not going to change much. So that's what I like about it. And then I'm in more control. It turns more into like a big studio, if you will, you know.
Yeah.
And if you like shooting with lights, that's when I feel like something can really pop. You know, putting a car like that, even black, against an area that has a lot of neon or something in it, or just a lot of different lights in the street, you know, and maybe if the street was wet, or even if it ain't, you can do different exposures to play around with that. It could just, it could be so cool, man. I don't know if you have strobes or anything like that, but that I picture in my head shooting a car like yours at night in that same type of business parky area, with lights, and that's what separates me from Pat, is that he doesn't use lights. His is just all freaking natural and awesome, and I'm a lighting guy. I like to use light, so. But see, with Pat, you don't see a lot of his stuff at night. But when he does do something dark, he will use a light or two. But it's not real typical of his style.
You use a lot of late day or early morning light, but it's still.
Yeah. Now, see, for me, shooting that in one in the afternoon. Now, see, I would have been doing some of your really high speed stuff. And that's where I can make it, you know, 1 in the afternoon with that really bright, god-awful light, and overpower that light and just make it look dark. And it just comes out sick, dude. It looks mean, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mine turned out pretty sick, but it was a different kind of sick.
It was the literal sick. Literally, yeah. No, but, you know,
But you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's all
a toolmaker. So
you just keep playing around with it, man. I mean, what is cool, what I do like about what I'm hearing from you, is that this might be the gateway to something. Like, you know, you got a new baby, right? That's typically what happens. People have a new baby, whether that baby be a nice muscle car, or if it's literally a baby, and they take pictures, and the next thing you know, they kind of, you know, hey, you know, I kind of like to do this. You know, how can I get this look? And that's what gets you researching a little bit and practicing. Before you know it, you got the bug. I mean, it's in you. You know, and that's how a lot of people get started in photography. You know. So that's cool, man. I think it's cool because, well, you know, me and Mark love photography. But it can become, and then see, you already have an artistic side anyway because you play music.
Yeah.
And it could just be another outlet for you artistically. You know what I'm saying? Like you could find that photography can help you in those spots when you can't really, you need a little breakthrough somehow with your music. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa. Like it could work hand in hand. So that, I mean, it could be really cool for you.
Yep. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, if I could just get one to turn out decent.
Keep playing around. Yeah, it
Yeah.
might take a while, but when you get one, you'll know it. You'll know
Yeah.
Mark takes some great shots. He's just going to different car shows.
it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mark gets some great shots with his film photography. He just does really well.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, it's fun. I mean, I tell you what, the photography has been the one thing that I can do artistically that I feel like I can actually make progress at. I tried playing guitar and I suck. I mean, I just can't do it. So I never could get to the point where I could actually like explore that side of my brain. Photography is one of those things I can do, at least that I can push it a little bit, and it's fun. It's completely opposite from what I do every day, so it's a great way to kind of complement the normal job, the 8 to 5 type thing.
it's just one of them deals. You keep practicing. I mean, I'm sure if I practice at the guitar, eventually I could play something that wouldn't bust your eardrums.
Yeah.
But and it's the same thing with yourself. You just keep playing around with it. Eventually, you'll start getting more consistent. It won't be like an accident when you get a good shot.
Yeah.
You'll start getting more consistent. That's the thing about it. Like, it's not, oh, cool, I got this great shot. Now, how'd I do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You realize that you actually have a pretty good opportunity of getting a good shot given certain conditions, and when you get one, you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or
One of the things that always makes me just put it away is once you're out, it's all the garbage afterwards. What to do with it? I'm horrible at organizing. You go out, like, I think I took, 200 pictures of that car that day. I don't really want to actually throw any of them away because I might be able to do something with them later, but I don't, what the hell do I do with these 200 pictures I got sitting here? They're all in as far as putting them in folders or figuring out what I want to keep, what I want to throw away, what's editable, what's not. It's just that part of it gets overwhelming for me, and I'm just not going to, I don't mess with it.
That is one of the hardest parts is it's like being your own worst critic, It's just going through and like, nah, that's crap, that's crap, that's crap. And then to a point, you'll get to the point where you figure out that, okay, I took 200 shots, these 5 are pretty good. Let me work with these. But that's okay. I mean, it's one of those things, you just take a bunch of shots and then you look at them afterwards and you're like, I like that, I don't like that. And if you just be brutal with yourself and just whittle it down to the ones that you really like, then you'll learn what you like and what you don't like.
Right. Yeah, it's a matter of learning that, okay, I'm taking these 200 shots to get one shot.
Do you guys both use a format that you shoot your images in does that really matter later? You know what I mean? Because like my camera, I can set up to take them in probably BMPs, JPEGs, TIFFs.
Raw.
Is it
raw? Yeah, raw image, if you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
What do you
have,
Dave?
What kind of camera do you have?
I've got a something 30. It's a Canon. It's a DLSR.
Oh yeah, you can do raw.
30D maybe.
Okay.
The line higher than the Rebel. It was a pretty good camera back when I got it. Of course, it's been surpassed by now, but.
Oh no, that's a perfectly fine camera. It'll shoot raw. So you just need to go through the menu and find
raw is what to use.
Find the option to shoot raw, and then what do you use for like loading up your images? Do you use the Canon software for the?
I usually just do them manually.
Okay.
I don't let it do anything. I usually just drag them over. I stick the card in the computer and just drag them over into a folder on my Mac, and just leave them alone. Because sometimes when stuff I put the Canon software on there and like that, even the Apple software, it gets there and sometimes it goes places you don't know, and you got 6 copies of it, and some's in the cloud, some's in the thing. You're like, eh. So I shut all that stuff off and I just manually put it over into a pictures folder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, even the new Photos app on the Apple is not too bad.
It'll read Canon RAW. I don't have a Mac, so I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, as far as organizing and stuff, you got to try something. Now, with all that said, our dear friend Pat doesn't use anything either.
It's Photoshop.
He just drags stuff into a folder.
I gotta. It would be fun to look at his drive and just see all the folders that he's got.
Oh yeah, he knows he's a complete mess too. He knows he's screwed. Like he knows he's screwed. He knows it. Like I mean, if one thing goes wrong, he's done. Like he knows it. He knows he needs to get a photo organizing some sort of software. Typically what most of us use is Lightroom, but he knows he's got to do something. But that's his workflow, man. He's just very used to it. But he does have a system of organizing those folders on his own, but it's very hard to find something that way once you've buried it.
Right.
You start getting into different shoots that you've done, and it's hard, if you've labeled all those folders by date. What the hell did I shoot that day when it's 2 years later? So even putting them in, even if you don't edit them, just to put them in the native Photos app on the, and you would be surprised. Even Google, even what we're using right now, the Google Plus, it's amazing, bro. The algorithms they're using to organize your photos for you. It is insane from what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about the new Google's Photos app and the Apple Photos app. I'm hearing they're really, really good.
Okay.
At organizing your photos, at least, you know what I'm saying? And then they also do have some really good editing built into them. I know Google does. Google's app on the phone is sick. I use that Snapseed for a lot of my images that I post online. It is like the Photoshop on your phone. It is sick, the amount of power this thing has, and fast. So
phones are amazing nowadays.
Really,
yeah.
But I'm just saying that they have a lot of the same tools in their app on your computer as well. So that might be something to think about for you. 200 images isn't bad really for a shoot. I mean, I'll a small amount of images for me to shoot on a photo shoot is about 500. So it's not bad. And then it sucks too because they're all your baby. Like they're all
Yeah, you don't really want to throw them all away, even though most of them are crap. But I don't want to really just toss it, but.
But you get to a point where, and I'll just do this real quick because we do need to close the show. But you get to a point where you're really taking those 300 images, those 500 images, just to get 5. Honestly, like you're really only doing it to get a handful of images. Maybe a bit. If you can get 10, you're lucky.
Right.
You're really lucky. You're really doing all that to come away with that one really good image, and you know it when you see it. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh yes, there it was. You know what I'm saying? So you do get used to, maybe you don't throw them away, but you do get used to just hiding them or putting them to the side, where you don't see them. But just keep that in mind. You're shooting those 200 images to get one, really. So if you can get 5, I mean, you're doing really good.
Yeah. It is a game of numbers to a certain extent.
So don't fret on that. It's not the end of the world. There's some guys that are professionals that figure too. Like if an image, if they haven't used an image in 3 years, they'll finally throw it away. Because you're just not going to use it.
Yeah.
It is some people's thought. Now, not me, but I'm just saying like that. I'm gonna be clear. There's different. Not me, but I've got plenty of hard drives. But
just buy another hard drive for $59. I'm good. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but that's some people's theory is that if they haven't used it in 3 years, they finally toss it. There's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Okay, we better go, man. Chicken wings are waiting, and
Chicken Wing Tuesday.
thanks, Dave, for jumping in. Bum, in the Q&A as always, man. Yeah, Bum, I appreciate the emails, bro, the stats, taking the time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He even had his significant other watching the replay as well. So
man,
poor thing.
Verification.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, really, that's. Does that go into the better or for worse part of the marriage vows?
Yeah, that's definitely the for worse part.
For worse, yeah, definitely.
Right? I mean, how can you? It can't be anything other. I mean, it can't be the best.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the best. But
Taking one for the team. Thanks.
Oh, it took one for the team hard right there. I mean, that's not just the team, the whole league.
I'm gonna play this on the big screen tonight, and I'm sure I'll get some comments from the significant other on my side.
Yeah.
They're like, what the hell is that?
Just a whole bunch of what the that's what it'll be.
You believe you spend an hour every Tuesday night doing that stuff. That's what she's gonna say.
Oh, with the sad thing, Mark, you're gonna play it on a big screen. She's just gonna be looking at you. That's gonna be more of a reflection on you.
She's gonna be staring at me, going, "What? WTF? WTF?
This is what you intend on doing every? You stop me.
You've been doing this for 6 years. God. You could have come up with a cure for cancer, but instead you just syrup here. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels pretty important, though. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
liquid bread.
And then every once in a while, Barrick lets us talk photography, and then that's just the icing on the cake, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys, we'll see you, man.
See you guys.
Take care, Joe.